Welcome, everyone, to the house that Rockney built, Notre Dame Stadium, underneath the watchful eye of Touchdown Jesus, the home of the Fighting Irish. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. Fair catch called for and made. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will get the first crack at it here. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on third down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact in this game.
Well, it's so nice to have such a big body that when he's covered, he's open, right? Like, it doesn't matter because he's got great hands and that big frame he can really utilize.
The margin for error is so small in this conference, it's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yet, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. So Notre Dame's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. David, we'll see just how effective they can be on the ground running against a backer like this.
But they're going to do what they do, and they're going to feature their guy. He's an elite running back. You're a great linebacker. Let's see who wins this battle.
There have been entire defenses that haven't been able to slow this running back down. This linebacker, though, he's got the athleticism to do it himself.
Pulls and fires complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He'll come out throwing on first down. Got his man quickly. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Buying some time. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And how about this Buckeye defense? This is not all flash and score around here these days.
And when you've seen Ohio State really be great and make those playoff runs, you always pick out those big defensive linemen that can get their hands on the quarterback and get him on the ground like they did right here.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
On the way, and you betcha, a 59-yard field goal.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
Looking for a man. It's Hurley. Got his man on the right. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
Third down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. You got to stop certain routes so they don't get to certain depths. Quarterback completes it, gets another first down. Got to be a little bit more mindful of where those sticks are.
From the gun, running back on the move. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Ohio State. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits them in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 7-3. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Air Force is currently ahead in this one, but they may need to rev up at F-16 if they want to turn this into a blowout today. They're up by 7 over UNLV. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Hand off from the shotgun. On the move at the 30. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Still on his feet at the 45. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
I like the running back there on the route and patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Off the play fake. Had to throw it before he wanted. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. They're bringing heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. This is a most difficult attempt. 59 yards out from the right hash. Splits the uprights. It's good. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Out of the gun to give to the back. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. The pull and throw off the RPO. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
He's out of bounds at the 38. And that's good enough for a first down.
Offense working from the pistol. To the air, it's Hurley. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure was in his grill in an eyelash. The Irish generating heat from the linebacker position. A Mike Stonebreaker, Manti Te'o type play.
Hey, when you can get linebackers that can get after the quarterback, that can be a force on first, second, and third down, get in the quarterback's face, make his life heck. Really nice job by the linebacker there.
Find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Trying to get to it. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Well, they've still got the lead, but they are losing the momentum, and the defense is starting to make plays after getting that last sack. They can feel it right now. You can see them playing with a whole lot of more energy. There's a lot of pressure on this offense now to respond.
Wants to bring it back. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. Runs through the tackle. And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He leaves it with his back. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Now the play fake. Ball in the air, intercepted. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
Safeties are in the back, and they have so much ground to cover. You see them. They can go sideline to sideline. Great job reading the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, going making the big turnover.
Wide receiver shows motion. Snags a quick pass on the left.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than they did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Off the RPO, complete. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Buckeye aerial attack continues to be prolific. You feel as if they're on the verge of scoring on any snap.
And it's such a good blend between such great offensive talent year after year after year that you see go to the draft, but also great play calling, great play design. They've always got it working, and you know this offense is always capable of hanging 40 points and making it look easy.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. The RPO, it's complete. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams to play offenses.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. The Buckeyes looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Power football with the run. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line getting set on 2nd down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick strike complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Hurley. Snags it over the middle. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a 1st down.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. The quick out. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I really like the slot receiver. And I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have working the middle of the field.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And there's so many targets to focus on, so many elite playmakers, and they just lost him. They lost the running back out of the backfield. He catches the football, does the rest, takes it into the end zone. What a nice weapon to have on your team.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Pittsburgh is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie today. We could see a legend born in the Steel City. They're trailing by just 4 to Colorado State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Gets it out quickly. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. using the quick game. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. Got him and nobody's close. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. The aerial assault continues. Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they cut it to a 14-13 game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the drive with a touchdown toss from the 49. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Holds it in on the left. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. Pulls and fires complete. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Now on 2nd down and short. Looking to throw, it's Hurley. Fires left. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Good timing on the quick out. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. He'll heave it deep. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Long incompletions are okay. You got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. Wants to throw on first down. He finds his man. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to make magic with his feet. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the catch down the right side. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in South Bend going on. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to two of the best receiving core in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves. And with that, let's send it back to the home of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast and low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Slips through the line. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Ready to fire from the pistol. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. Quickly complete. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Relying on that running game as they threaten a pickup of 4 down to the 13. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Running back searching for a hole. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Well, with this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have the nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line finding creases.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
that hurts because second down, you got everything in front of you, the whole playbook open. Now you get a lost yardage play. Now it's third down. Now it puts those feet to the fire a little bit more. Now you better come up with something you really love in this area of the field.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Tennessee is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Neyland and Fulmer and Majors, this has not been a blowout today in Knoxville. They're up by 11 over Boston College. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Off play action. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Trying to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. And I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Motion from the offense. Unloads quickly. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking to pass. It's Hurley. Gets it out fast. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Defenses throughout the week study every 3rd down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Running it in the red zone, imposing their will and picking up 5 down to the 15. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here come the Irish back on offense. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking to go up top on first down. Using his feet to buy time. Crosses the 30. He's got away. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. The inside handoff. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here, and they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man in the middle. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
He's right on target. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Irish! Reeled it in and just made the house call. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. They'll throw it on first down. Going up top. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Just an outstanding return after the pick, and he'll put that offense in business at the 45.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football. We had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the 4th quarter. Time to go win it.
It falls incomplete. How about the trickeration on first down that just goes awry? And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Offenses should focus on their guys and making sure so-and-so guys get so-and-so touches. And, you know, listen, they're featuring this guy. They're going to throw it to him. He's going to be the primary target on a lot of times. I can't be reckless, but I definitely have to find my way to get that guy to go.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The play action fake. Throws for the tight end. He caught it. And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. Takes a snap, wants to throw. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lateral.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Really nice job by the defense getting that last stop. All third downs in games are important, but this one just feels like it's the biggest down of this game right now for this defense. If they can get off the field, they've got to give it back to their offense with as much time as possible to have a chance to win this game.
And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
And the running back there did everything that he's coached to do, right? They've got the lead late in this game. You've got to stay in bounds. You're finding yards. It's a positive run, but you're not going out of bounds. Really well done.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
Quick release on the RPO, and he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on second. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Wide out in motion. Quick release by the QB. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. They'll try to run for it. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea.
Running toward the tape. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Handoff to the lone back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on 3rd down with the lead late. If you get the 1st down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football.
Waning moments, huge 4th down, and this crowd is rising to the occasion. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the 4th quarter. We've got an opportunity, 1 possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
Nice job by the defense. 1st and goal situation. You can expect run a lot of the times. They were physical, got in the backfield, stuffed the run.
Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have, and man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence, and David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.